It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we've got ourselves a Super Bowl 50 rematch. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
Let's ride, dog.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Heward. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go at Mile High. Marvin Mims now to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They send a tight end in motion. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he gets him around 6 there. DJ Wanham gets there to haul him down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. He's got a gain of 6 there. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
from the 39. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Now we've got a challenge. Dave Canales not happy with that last call.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Great opening drive continues. 1st and 10 at the 33. Running right, it's Williams. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another run for Williams. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Nix from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Valus Jones now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain, sent down by Cody Barton. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 32. That'll be caught by Adam Thielen. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He finds Sanders.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
It's Hubbard off the option. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They'll say he got 5 there, but Bronco, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, Young finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Counter play, Hubbard. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Staring at 4th down now, the Panthers electing to go with Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal try. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Tremont Smith with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Nicks off the play action. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
That's That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
On third down, here's Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Straight ahead with Williams. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Nix has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. They stay on the ground with Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Broncos looking at a punt on fourth down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Young working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Young throwing here. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. He's contained at the line for no gain. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
On third down, it's Young. Gets this to Sanders. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Throw complete to Thielen. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 29. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds Sanders. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Now Young. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Brought in right side. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Young looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. He brings it in. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. Third and a lone yard coming up. Young to throw it. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Maher connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've arrived at halftime, and the Panthers impressive so far. They've got a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Raheem Blackshear now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up, and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
All right, here we go, second down. Hubbard again. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Sent down by Cody Barton. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Here he is on third and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Running for the marker with Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Now Nix on 3rd down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Carolina offense headed out now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the middle, Hubbard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hubbard quick on the draw. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Sending a receiver left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Sanders. And this one does not go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
So on fourth down now, the Panthers calling an all-pro several times over. It's Johnny Hecker for the punt. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Broncos are going to take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Williams gets the first and still running. Give him 24 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Kate, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your mind. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Nix. Brought in by Vele. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. This is Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Look at him. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again following the sack. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Running it after the penalty. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now lead by 10. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Blackshear on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
To the air on 1st down, Young. Hubbard hauls it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. Now, that's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Young on 1st and 10. Connects with Hubbard. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. Stiff arm success. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So now here's 3rd and 5. They run again with Hubbard. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Staring at fourth down now, the Panthers electing to go with Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal try. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. On the return, here's Mims. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's gonna push one deep down the road. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Motioning him from the slot right. They'll run here following the penalty. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And the Panthers into the nickel set, 3rd down coming. Looking to throw. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. This 32 yards out on the right hash.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Thielen's got it, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes the pocket. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down. Young working from the gun. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
A 2nd down throw for Young. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No. Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender.
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth. And they want to take one more look.
The previous play is under review.
Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. Setting up to pass. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
They've got less than 40 seconds to work with. Not impossible, but gotta recover this kick. And the kick is recovered by that Broncos hands team. Well done by them, and that should put the finishing touch on this victory.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Denver set to take the field on offense. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation,
That is all that you're thinking right now, is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Broncos to a knee and let the clock run out on this win. Now the Panthers decide to spend their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building, it's a win at home for the Broncos. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.